Have you ever felt stuck on a losing streak in a drawdown and you are finding it difficult to bounce back? It's a hole that keeps on getting bigger and bigger. I have been there multiple times and I was in a drawdown 2 days ago, and let's see how I fixed it. Just a bit of context, January 2025 was the best start to the trading year I have ever had, and I have been trading for 6 years. Starting February 2025, the first 2 days itself, I took 2 big hits. And I knew my mistakes, because when you are on a hot streak, you get overconfident, and I was overconfident, and you are more prone to making these kind of mistakes. That feeling of being invincible against the market is what screws you at the end. So yeah, overall bad trading on my end, and within the first 2 days of February 2025, I was down $8,000. If you do this one day, it's okay, it's a mistake. But if you make the same mistakes 2 days in a row, there's something that is going on under the skin that you need to fix. And in this video, I will be sharing the steps I took to come out of this drawdown. And also, I have been following the same steps for the past 5 years, and these steps work every single time. It might take a few days, it might take a few weeks, but eventually these steps will help you get out of a drawdown. So make sure that you guys watch this video till the end, and towards the end of the video, I will also share my stats, my drawdown, and how I used these steps to come out of the drawdown. And also save this video, because whenever you are in a drawdown, revisit this video and I assure you it's gonna help you and make your trading way easier. In total, there are 5 steps I take every single time I'm stuck in a drawdown, and the first step is reset your account. After these 2 big red days, I actually made a withdrawal of $20,000 on my trading account. Yes, it sounds counterproductive, but let me explain. For you, that number might be $200,000 or $200, depends on your account size, but the whole mindset is that whenever you are stuck in a drawdown, it's difficult to get rid of that feeling of bringing your account back to the level it was before the drawdown. For example, you had $11,000 in your trading account before the drawdown, and now it's at $9,000. So now you will take your trades in order to bring it back to $11,000. And this mindset shift happens subconsciously. You're not even aware of it. So whenever you are stuck in a drawdown, you start looking for opportunities because you want to bring your account back to $11,000. Yes, you can lie to yourself that this is not the case with me, but if you are mindful during trading, you will realize that you start looking for opportunities rather than letting the opportunities come to you, which is the mindset you need to have. So now, because of this mindset shift, you start taking subpar and stupid trades just to bring your account back to the level it was before the drawdown. And now this is the same mindset I used to have back in 2019 when I was actually losing money, because if you're not a consistent trader, yes, you can't withdraw money from your account, right? So back in 2019, I was losing money. I started trading with the $3,000 account. So whenever that account used to come under $2,500 or $2,000, I used to deposit more money. But the feeling is the same, because whenever I used to deposit money, it used to give me motivation that, okay, I need to learn from my mistakes. I don't have to make the same mistakes. But now, because I'm consistent, it gives me more leverage to withdraw money. So $20,000 is not even 50% of the profits I made in January. So if I withdraw that money, the feeling is the same. It just gives me a fresh start. So yeah, the first step is to reset your account. Whether you withdraw or deposit depends on your trading journey, but the whole mindset is give yourself a fresh start and give your trading account a fresh start. Now the second point is to set realistic goals, because it might take you a few days or a few weeks to come out of the drawdown. Sometimes it might take a few months depending on the size of the drawdown, because my biggest drawdown has been more than $100,000 plus. It happened in August 2022. I remember the exact week it happened. It took like 2 weeks for me to get in that drawdown, and that happened because back then I got the news that my dad had cancer in August 2022, and I was just trading emotionally or whatever. Yeah, so I was feeling like shit and I was trading like shit. I was in a drawdown of $100,000. My dad passed away in 2024, but yeah, the whole point is it took me 6 to 7 months to recover from that drawdown. Now this was a bit too extreme. Like, I'm not usually in a drawdown of $100,000. This happened because there was a big drastic change in my life. There was an emotional reasoning behind it. But usually because of the market conditions, it takes me a few days or a few weeks to recover from the drawdown I am in. Depends on the size. So at this stage of my trading career, anything less than $10,000 drawdown, and I know I can make it back on one good trade, and that trade might show up after a few days or after a few weeks, but I just need to focus on the task in hand for me. If you're a trader, you need to make peace with the fact that drawdown is part of your life now, because if you have been trading for a while, You will have red days, and whenever you have 1 or 2 or 3 red days in a row, you will be in a drawdown. It's part of your life. It's part of the career you chose. You just need to have steps in place to come out of that drawdown. Now, simple mathematics. If you had $10,000 in your bank account and you lose 20% of it, that brings your account down to $8,000. But now, if you make 20%, your account won't be back at $10,000. You need to make 25% in order to bring your account back to $10,000. So when you lose money, the first thing is that mathematically, you need to make more percent of your account to bring your account back to that level. So now to summarize the second point, set realistic goals because it might take a few days or a few weeks to get out of the drawdown. So take a step back, focus on the task in hand and just focus on taking good setups with small size, with relatively small size, which is the third point. And the third point is size down when you are in a drawdown. So when you are on a losing streak in a drawdown, you need a reset, and sizing up is not a reset. As a rule of thumb, just do the opposite of what the other traders do. Because 90% of the traders, they lose money in the stock market, and most of those traders, they are sizing up when they are in a drawdown. For you just need to do the opposite. You have to size down when you are in a drawdown. The name itself is draw down. That means size down. Because you are in a drawdown, you need to size down. That is what it says. And now if you ask me by how much, usually the rough ballpark for me is that I cut my size in half by 50%. And this is what helps me to take small size trades, A+ setups and gain my confidence back. Confidence is the main thing, because whenever you are stuck in a drawdown, there's something that you lose that is more important than losing money, and that is your confidence, which I also explained in one of my previous video, my trading rules video. So in that video, I explained that your only goal as a trader is to preserve your confidence. So this is your confidence on the y-axis, and on the x-axis, you have the baseline. So whenever you are trading well, whenever you stack up a few green days, even with small size, your confidence goes up exponentially. And right here, you are in the zone. If you are above the baseline, you are in the zone. That means you're trusting your gut, you're trusting your intuition, your entries are really good, your exits are really good, you're holding on to your winners, you are cutting your losers, you are doing everything right when you are trading. But now when you have a big red day or maybe one red day, your confidence comes back to baseline right here. But if you have 2 big red days in a row, your confidence comes under the baseline. And this is where shit happens. So this is where you lose opportunities in the stock market. You chase a stock because you don't have the confidence to take the setup at the right time. You don't hold on to your winners. You exit your winners too early, which is what I was doing the first 2 days of February. And then you hold on to your losers as well, which is the worst part of trading. So under the baseline, that is the mistakes you make, but also the opportunity cost. Under the baseline, because you don't have the confidence in your trading, you lose on the good opportunities in the stock market. So it's not only you are losing money or you lost money, it's even costing you to not to be able to capitalize on good setup. So your only goal as a trader is to reduce the duration of time you spend down here under the baseline. If you spend majority of your trading time above the baseline, you're good. You will be consistent at the end of the day. But if you spend majority of the duration under the baseline, good luck finding consistency. And now coming to the fourth step, and the fourth step is to focus on A+ setups. Focus on your playbook setups. Yes, I know I can share my playbook with you guys, but at the end of the day, you guys need to have your own playbook. I can coach you, I can teach you what the market is, how the market moves and everything like that. But the only difference between both of us is that my brain works differently than your brain. I can show you everything I do. I have shown that multiple times in my trade recaps. If you guys could just go and watch my YouTube channel, you guys will be able to see that I have posted multiple videos on my trading recaps. But again, my brain works differently than yours. Your entries will be different than mine. What you see will be different than what I see. And that is how we are wired, and that's how the market works. Because imagine, everyone buys and sells at the same time, there won't be a market. There won't be a stock market. So you have to keep that in mind. But as a rule of thumb, even if you're a day trader or swing trader, just focus on higher time frames. If you're a swing trader, by default, you focus on higher time frames. But when you're a day trader, especially when in a drawdown and when you are stressed, it's a body mechanism to zoom in on one thing. For example, there's a lion in front of you. Your body default mechanism is to just focus on the lion. If there's a tree on the right hand side, if there's a dog on the left hand side, you won't focus on it. You will just focus on the lion. But as a trader, that's what happens. When we are in a drawdown, we start focusing and micromanaging our position as well. We just start focusing on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart. So what helps me is that whenever I'm in a drawdown, drawdown, be mindful of this default mechanism you have inbuilt in your body, which has helped you survive for thousands of years. Be aware of it and just zoom out. Focus on the higher time frames. Focus on the daily range breakouts or the 1 hour chart breakouts. Don't just trade any bull flags or breakouts on the 5-minute chart, and it's gonna help you a lot. A few tips I actually incorporate in my own trading to relax in real time. I'm actually sharing my secret tips, my secret weapon to consistency with you guys. So the least you can do is give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Do it now because it helps out the channel a lot. And the secret is just take a few deep breaths, and even better than that, the secret is physiological sigh. It's not something I created. I am a big fan of Andrew Huberman because he talks a lot about understanding your body, and that's what you need to do when you're a trader. He talks a lot about that because when you do this physiological sigh, just search on Google, search on YouTube, you will see a few videos from him. I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to look and sound stupid, but when you do it, it's going to lower your heart rate in real time. So sometimes when I'm sizing up, I'm holding a big winner, I just do this physiological sigh. It relaxes me. I zoom out a bit and I still look at the setup. It's really good. It's a valid setup. I can hold on to my winners. And this actually helps me to size up and also relax when I'm trading very poorly and when I'm in a drawdown. Now, before I discuss the last step, let's take a look at my stats and how I use these steps to come out of the drawdown. I won't explain everything because it's going to be a long video, but you guys can see on February 3rd, at the minimum, I was down around $10,000 to $11,000. I took 15 trades. I paid $1,900 in commissions, including commissions. I was down $3,000. On February 4th, at the minimum, I was down around $6,000 to $7,000. I took 17 trades in total. Like really shit. I'm embarrassed to show you guys this. 47% win rate, and then I paid $2,000 in commissions itself. Overall, and that's what happens when you trade like shit. You pay a lot in commissions, especially with the size I trade. I take 200, 300 contracts or 100 contracts. And even like if you look on 4th of February, my first trade itself, if you look at the premiums, this could have been a $30,000 trade for me. I just exited. I chickened out of this trade. I was not holding on to my winners. This thing happening one day, it's okay. Happening 2 days in a row, something is going on under the skin. The next day itself, I just got back to these steps. I lowered my position sizing. I focused on A+ setups. I was pretty cautious of my trading. And you guys can see one trade setup. On 3rd and 4th of February, my position sizing was around $40,000 to $50,000. The next day itself, I realized it, I sized down 50%. This is only $19,250 worth of position, which is 50% of the position I was taking the first 2 days, and I made 35% on it, and I'm almost out of the drawdown now because of this one trade. If you guys look at my dashboard, I'm only down $400. So that means 2 days of losses covered by one trade, even with small size. And that's the beauty of following these steps. And also I posted the same thing in the Discord group. On Monday, I was down 11K at one point, a ton of trades. Yeah, so shitty trading on my end. Then the next day itself, on Tuesday, you guys can see I mentioned really bad start to February on my end. Worst part is that PLTR was a 30K trade, just failed to execute properly. I'm trading not to make money, but rather not to lose money. Start of the month had a red yesterday, so just messing up, just being honest and transparent here. Even coming from a great month in January, I'm being very cautious and just exiting my trades really quickly. Got to work on that. Bad start to February, but I also know that the drawdown I am in will be well recovered on one good trade, which might happen a bit later in the month, but it happened the next day itself. We have quite a few new members in 2025, and I start the month like this, which is pretty shit. Took like 25 trades. That was actually 32 trades in 2 days. Over trading and just making rookie mistakes, but it's the career we are in. Could have easily just posted P&L, screenshot, and not the orders, but then lying won't sit right with me. This is very important because I know a few well-known traders, well-known mentors in this trading industry. They are, yes, they make 100K or 150K on one trade, but on the same trade, they were down 80, 90K. So at the end of the day, it's 1.2 hour, 1.3 hour trade, but they won't ever post their losses. So that's why being honest and transparent is very important to me and our community. If you guys want to join a real community where people actually share their losses and their wins as well, the link will be in the description box below. Always remember that drawdowns are part of your trading journey. They don't define you, but how you recover does. Comment bounce back if you needed this video. Now finally, the last step, the fifth step, is to simply watch 2 of my old videos. The first video will be on my trading rules, and the second video will be mastering your trading psychology, because I assure you, if you follow these 4 steps and you watch these 2 videos, it's gonna for sure help you whenever you're in a drawdown, and also save these videos for future reference. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on day trading, and follow me on Instagram for a lot of behind the scenes of a day trader, and also my P&L that I post almost every single day on my Instagram as well. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.